Hey girls, it's Monday. I'm Harry Potter.
Because for those of you who didn't get to see that director's cut, completely unedited surprise Friday video, Sarah Michelle spontaneously drove up to Mount Holyoke on Friday night to go to the Harry and the Potters concert because despite the fact that we both have way too much work and way too many papers and way too much college anxiety for any normal human being to function with, she'd seen my tweets and Facebook statuses about how excited I was to see Harry and the Potters, and she had commented on my Facebook status or something and was like, oh, I so wish I could come to this. So then I get out my phone and I text her, and I also read on Facebook, I'm like, Sarah Michelle, you're like an hour and a half away. Just do it. Like, come up for the night. Let's go see Harry and the Potters together. Let's just do it. Let's just be ridiculous and do it. And so it took a little convincing, but not a lot. And then she came up to see Harry and the Potters, which was incredible in and of itself that I got to see Sarah Michelle. But to compound the awesomeness, Harry and the Potters put on the best concert that I have ever seen. Don't believe me? Here are some highlights from the night.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Harry Potter.
And I'm Harry Potter.
We are Harry and the Potters.
I'm glad you guys have joined us tonight, and I'm curious if you're ready to go even deeper.
Mama! I said mama! Give me a whoa, mama!
Their stage presence is phenomenal, and their energy is incredible, and their dance moves make Lady Gaga look pitiful in comparison. I loved how accessible they were to their fans. I loved how willing they were to stand around and talk afterwards. I loved how they sang to people in the crowd and that they ran out to make sure that even people in the back were involved in the action, which I just think speaks to the power of the Harry Potter community because it is so accessible. I mean, Harry and the Potters are arguably the most famous of the wizard rock bands, and yet still they're just these two guys who really love Harry Potter and they just love to talk about Harry Potter, and that's amazing. Some of my other favorite highlights from the night, which I don't unfortunately have on camera, but I think Sarah Michelle caught a couple of these, were when Paul and Jo were singing a song about Hermione turning into a cat in the Chamber of Secrets, and Paul leaned over and patted the top of my head like a kitty, which is significant because while I've sort of kept it off the internet, you may have noticed from the fact that my kittens are in every single one of my videos when I'm home in North Carolina that I'm kind of obsessed with cats. It's a new obsession, but it's one that will probably lead me to being a premature cat lady and never interacting with social beings outside of the internet ever again, because all I want to do is play with cats all day long. All of that aside, the fact that Paul was singing about cats in Harry Potter and singing it to me as a cat was like, I could have died. Like, it would have been the highlight, the climax of my life, and I would have been perfectly content. Another not so great highlight, but really worthy story highlight, was when Paul, who I was standing right in front of, so this is why I interacted a lot with Paul, like, I guess he like jumped up to like jump into the crowd or something, but his foot caught on the amp, and so he sort of fell like on top of me. So that was crazy because in the moment I thought it had been my fault. Like, I thought I hadn't seen him about to jump and move even though I'd been watching him, and so I think Sarah Michelle caught it on video, and so if you watch it you will just see a bewildered Lizzie like, I don't know what to do here. All in all, it was one of the best nights of my semester. It was such a great way to de-stress. It was an amazing concert, and as you all know, Harry and the Potters have been my favorite band since I was 13, and I interviewed them on the radio before I got the opportunity to see them live. But it was worth the wait, and it was worth it to share it with Sarah Michelle, because what better way to attend a concert of a band that you discovered online because of an online community with one of your friends who you met online. All of this to say, Jen, I will see you tomorrow, but before I go, I'm gonna leave you with a couple more highlights from the Harry and the Potters concert.
Magic! Magic check!
Thestral check.
What check?
Oh yeah, this is like being in front of a giant army of Thestrals. Very intimidating, you all. I can see you because I know death by sight. That's right, I come from a weird place, guys. This one's about riding Thestrals. I come onto your skillet band!